Hey, yo! What's up, everyone? Welcome to P4P TV. This is Michael, and it's been a while, but I'm back for the occasional boxing spectator and boxing tragic alike. A fight between veteran Demetrius Andrade and the big man of the Super Middleweight division, David Benavidez, should bring with it a great deal of intrigue. The two will headline this coming November 25th at the Michelob Ultra Arena, Las Vegas, Nevada, USA, where both unbeaten fighters will look to make their second appearance for the year after claiming unanimous decision wins earlier this year and 2023 respectively. Benavidez has bigger fish to fry, namely Canelo Alvarez, someone that Benavidez has been calling out publicly for some time, but first he must overcome Andrade. For Boo Boo, the Canelo ship may not have yet sailed, a ship he has tried to board previously, and a win over Benavidez may reopen some opportunities in the coming year. It would seem that Canelo Alvarez is the ultimate destination for these two, so how does it play out? It's youth versus experience, it's southpaw versus orthodox, it's boxer versus pressure fighter, and it's coming your way! David El Monstruo Benavidez, no longer El Bandera Roja, apparently will have a full plate should he get past Demetrius Andrade, with 2024 looking promising with regards to potential opponents. Incrementally over time, Benavidez has been building a more respectable resume, and in recent years he has faced and defeated former world champions and world title contenders. The list may not comprise the cream of the crop, but starting from the lower end of the elite fighter spectrum, Benavidez stopped former WBC Super Middleweight champ Anthony Durrell in the 9th round when they met in 2019. He also stopped the well past his prime and career middleweight and former middleweight champ David Lemieux. And of course, more recently, Benavidez outpointed former IBF Super Middleweight champ Caleb Sweet Hands Plant. Arguably Benavidez' hardest test yet, he did struggle against the more agile Plant, who came out fast and aggressive against David in the beginning. As Plant faded later in the fight, however, Benavidez started to take control and ultimately got the unanimous decision win. To reiterate, the opposition talent level is rising, and that's what makes this fight against Andrade interesting. Like Plant, Andrade is a pure boxer with some power who relies on agile movement, explosive bursts, and educated feet. And just like Plant, Andrade tends to fade as the fight goes on, which is where Benavidez' gas tank kicks into gear. At 35 years of age, I doubt Andrade's endurance has improved, so Benavidez will likely be looking to take Demetrius into the late rounds if he can't catch him with something big earlier. As for what's on the menu for 2024, David Morrell Jr. could be a risky fight that Benavidez takes before a potential Canelo fight, particularly if a recently discussed Canelo Alvarez versus Jaime Munguia fight is made first in what would be a Mexican mega show. As you can see, there is still much uncertainty at who gets a shot at the top dog in the division. After spending most of his career at and around 154 to 160 pounds, two-division champ Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade has waded into the super middleweight division pool, a division stacked with talent and, more importantly, opportunity. The tricky southpaw from Rhode Island has already passed his first test at super middleweight earlier this year with a unanimous decision win. The awkward, often squatting style of Andrade proved too much for his rival Demond Nicholson in their 10-round bout. Not everyone was impressed with Andrade's performance against Nicholson, but he did what he had to do against the fighter that he was expected to beat. A record of 32 wins with 19 knockouts, no losses or draws. Arguably, Andrade could have had a few more fights to add to that record if A, he wasn't an avoided fighter as he once was in his career and some will argue still is. Jamal Charlo, Triple G and Canelo were all accused of doing just this. Alvarez once labelled Andrade a boring fighter and has shown no interest in fighting him. Of course, this could all change. And B, Andrade has had a disjointed run in activity since first becoming a world champion back in 2013 against Vanis Martirosyan when Andrade claimed the WBO Super Welterweight title. Since then, Andrade has often had stints where he has fought just once in a calendar year. These periods of inactivity are due to a few factors like being avoided, as discussed, injury or alleged injuries, or even turning his own nose down at certain fights and opponents like Johnny Bakalum Kanuli, back when when Andrade was the WBO champ at middleweight and Johnny Beck was his mandatory. At 35 years of age, Boo Boo was chasing the big money and marquee fights, and he's been chasing these types of fights for some time. It's led him to super middleweight, and in his pursuit of Canelo Alvarez, it's delivered David Benavidez. I expect Andrade to be a handful. Andrade's use of angles will, I think, disorientate Benavidez in his sharp, fast and straight line punches that burst up the middle from a low crouching position will catch Benavidez, whose head is often a stationary and sitting target. Add to that the fact that it's coming from a southpaw stance will only complicate things for Benavidez. The question is, can Andrade keep it up for 12 rounds? If I'm wrong, I'm happy to douse myself with lighter fluid and attend a 4th of July fireworks display, but I think this fight will be a tale of two halves. The first half, I think we will see a dominant display from Demetrius, who, in my eyes, is a more nuanced and skilled boxer than Benavidez. I think his movement causes all sorts of problems early on for Benavidez. Demetrius has respectable power, but I don't think he hurts Benavidez. However, the opposite is true. I think we see Andrade fade in the second half and Benavidez comes on strong. And although Benavidez has the power to stop Andrade, I think Andrade makes it to the final bell. And in an almost mirror image of Benavidez versus Plant, here too, Benavidez will get the nod on points. There will be enough close rounds, I believe, and clear winning rounds for Benavidez later and about for him to get the W.
Thank you for watching Pound for Pound TV. Please remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell for future updates. See you in the next one.
Check out our Patreon page to become a Patreon family member where you'll receive some cool perks. If you're looking for some new threads, we've got t-shirts, hoodies, and much, much more. So head on over to our Michael Akobi Pound for Pound TV stores. They can be found on Redbubble and Spreadshop. Join me on my travels and head on over to my other YouTube channel titled Barefoot and Free. There you can follow me as I traverse the many parts of our planet and occasionally get into a spot of bother. Nonetheless, it's always fun and entertaining. If you're struggling with some of life's obstacles and challenges, my book How to Get Out of Life Traps might just be the answer that you're looking for to help guide you through the difficult times. It's helped many get past some of their darkest moments, and it might do the same to you. You can purchase it on Amazon, where you can also find a wide range of my other works. Those works include screenplay to book adaptations, a fairly unique concept, with genres covering comedy, heist and revenge, drama, supernatural and crime, if that's more your cup of tea. You can find them by following the link provided.